Ready?
You need to hold it.
Well, I stopped it because my thing was...
You pinch in the controllers. Thank you.
Ready?
Oh, you're gonna play clips?
No.
Alright, Javi's gonna...
No. Just let me do it. No more cows. We don't want cows anymore. I guess they said kill all the cows. No cows.
You want me to guess? That's probably real.
He said that.
Yeah.
On a totally unrelated note. So he called climate change the greatest con job ever and claimed that all environmentalists are out to eliminate America's cows.
That's so dope.
And so he celebrated the withdrawal from the Paris Climate Accord and talked about clean, beautiful coal and that United States has been taken advantage of by the world, but not anymore.
Right. By the time we publish this next Wednesday, it's going to be like the UN has been dissolved.
No more cows. They're taking them. They looked at me, they said, wow, he knows a lot about cows. And I wondered why. Why does Donny Boy have so much knowledge about cows? Because I married two of them. Not Melania, of course. The other two.
That's pretty good. Dude, I have freaking beef with you.
Why?
Because...
Listen, if this is about something about Discord and you buying me a game and me saying I'm probably free Monday and then not responding and then admittedly nobody else responding either.
Luke responded.
But not Charlie.
But Charlie apologized. And Charlie also didn't specifically say I can do Monday.
Listen.
Also, pull that mic a little closer.
People are saying that I didn't respond. I didn't respond.
I
China.
just want to play Peak with you guys.
Who's Peak?
The game I bought for you.
Why?
The game I bought for all of you.
For what?
So that we could play it. And
Listen,
so that
I'm
you
a busy man.
fuckers would stop being like, I don't want to buy it. You know, it's $8. So I bought it for you.
What about tomorrow?
Maybe. Depends. Depends how late.
What do you have?
Huh?
What do you have?
What do I have?
Yep.
Well,
Because I could put it on the schedule.
I mean, I don't know. I got like...
What is your class? And
8 p.m.
Want to do 9:30?
Sure. Let's do 9:30. Well, hold on. We have to check with the other fucks.
Listen, isn't Peak a two-player game?
It can be, but it's best with as many as possible.
Okay. Why are my feet veiny? I have diabetes.
Possibly.
Does that mean diabetes? Look at how veiny my feet are.
Hold on. I'm texting the other fuckers because I care about them.
Look at how veiny my feet are.
Yeah, you got some veiny ass feet ass.
The fuck?
Blame this on him type shit.
I haven't opened Discord in a long...
You don't get notifications from anything.
No. I actually try to keep it that way.
Pull that mic closer to you.
I try to keep it that way.
No, like the whole stand.
Oh, Alex is on Peak right now.
Yeah, Alex plays Peak.
How many people can play?
I think only 4.
Well, we know who to call if we have
an opening.
Yeah. Type shit.
Because Peak a lot of fun.
What is Peak about?
You climb a mountain.
Boring.
No.
Gross.
It's a good time.
Okay, it's in my calendar.
All right. In the calendar.
Okay.
Peak night.
Done.
Yeah. So we'll play fucking Peak.
Yep.
That mic is just not right.
It's right.
Physically move the stand closer.
I would like to rotate.
What,
Can I
the whole
rotate this
chair?
chair?
Yeah, rotate the chair.
Yeah, because this is pretty good.
Rotate the chair. What are you, Mr. Sniffles over there, dude?
Honestly, fucking bitch got me sick.
Dude, what'd you get? Cold? Flu? COVID?
None of the above.
How none of the above?
An
What'd you get
unrelated
then?
cause of the sniffle whiffles.
So that's a cold.
I blame Tylenol.
That's a cold.
Tylenol.
That's a cold.
Tylenol.
It is crazy.
Try Dr. Oz's Dr. Huel or Dr. Weed or whatever his name of his company is.
I don't know his company. What is his company?
They're pushing Dr. Oz's.
They're pushing P.
Honestly, listen, out of all the presidents, Obama's up there in terms of pushing P, but Donald Trump has been pushing P since day one.
I feel like I don't confidently know what it means to push P.
Pushing P, it's hard to define.
It's like satire.
It's just like having motion. You know what I mean?
Oh. Then yeah, definitely Trump.
It used to mean pushing product.
What?
Right?
Sure.
But now it's more like having motion.
Then Trump definitely pushes the most P.
Bro's got motion.
Yeah.
He can stomp the world on a dime.
But is he most ever?
Listen, Obama had a lot of motion.
Obama had a lot of motion, but Trump has more.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like Reagan. Reagan might push a good bit of P. FDR.
Clinton had a good 3 weeks after 9/11. Sorry, not Clinton.
Yeah,
Bush.
wrong president.
Bush.
Bush, sure.
Bush walk on throwing the pitch at New York Stadium at that.
And it was a good throw.
Yeah.
It was a strong throw.
Pushing P. Admittedly.
There's some contenders.
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Fuck no. She doesn't push P. How does she push P?
Pushing promethazine.
That
pushing poor trade deals.
That's the better joke.
Pushing political ideology. Or pussy-like victims. Not pussy-like as in their qualities are pussy-like, but the dramatic ironies of a cat. Pushing placebos with her acetaminophen, ivermectin.
That's not even a placebo. I guess technically it would be, but it's
because it didn't help.
It's a worse-ebo.
I don't know if it was necessarily worse because it is just a deworming agent. I just think it didn't work.
I think there are people that got sick from it. Pretty sure.
I'm not sure it's certain. Because initially it was based on some in vitro, it was working as a COVID-19 thing. And then when they tried it in randomized controlled trials, it didn't work. So like the initial hype was okay, but it shouldn't have been used in general. It's just people saw that one study and were like, yes. Anyways.
Dude, there's a fucking plague going around the school right now.
Is everybody at your school sick?
Everybody is sick at the school. A lot of people are sick.
Yeah, everybody at Harvard is sick.
Apparently flu is going around the upperclassmen and COVID's going around the lowerclassmen.
COVID? People still getting that?
I know.
Legitimately, I never have ever gotten COVID. Fake. I'm beautiful. Strong.
I would like low-key not be pissed if I got sick right now and was like, yo, I can't come to class.
Listen.
Because like all my teachers are kind of homies. At least when it comes to being sick.
But here's the thing about being sick. And this is a purely boy thing. Maybe, or at least in my experience. Because evidently Maddie can move heaven and earth to do whatever she needs to do while sick. She just likes to infect everybody else.
Oh, you're talking man flu.
Yeah. Me, if I'm sick, I haven't gotten sick in a while, admittedly. But it's like, bro, lights are off. I'm like this.
Nah.
Like, I'm sniffling. I haven't moved. I don't eat.
Straight, nah.
Really?
Straight, nah. I mean, if
Your
it's
collar is fucked up, by the way, and it's gonna piss me off. No, just on the other side, actually.
hello.
There we go. Pop your collar. Shit, type shit. You look like a douchey 80s TV presenter right now. I kind of fuck with it.
No, but I'll say I haven't gotten like, you know, when you sometimes get a cold and you sneeze and it's just like a fucking shotgun in your hand went off. like a snot frag
goober
grenade.
rocket?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't got one of those since COVID, I think.
I remember you were down and out with COVID once, but I don't remember why.
Yeah, because I had COVID.
But you were out for like, what, 2 weeks?
Well, yeah, because I took it seriously. Because this was like right at the start of Omicron. And so I was like, I don't want to get anyone sick. So I was like, okay, like I need to do like 2 weeks or like 10 days or whatever. So I was just like fucking quarantine. So I stayed in one room. Why are you shaking your head?
God bless you.
Yeah. It was an experience for sure. But I feel like I haven't really gotten like one of those colds yet since COVID. But I know, or like maybe I have, but I haven't had it while at school. If I get one of those, because like if I'm sick, I'll wear a mask now since COVID.
Yeah.
COVID, AC. Or after COVID, AC.
Yeah.
But like, I am not gonna, because if I have a mask and then I hit a snot rocket, it's just like it would drench your face.
Not good.
So I think if I ever get one of those again, it's like, hey, I can't come in. Like, I don't care that I'm just sneezing because I'm like a biohazard to you and to myself. I'll end up like,
I hate that you don't know how to snap.
what's the word?
There we go.
Waterboarding myself with snot.
That wasn't the word I was expecting.
Yeah. So no.
When did I get really sick? I feel like I got really sick recently. The point where like I just shut down, but it was at a time where it didn't matter.
Maybe.
I get sick so infrequently. I bet if I looked up my texts.
No, you get sick a lot, but it's all like baby sickness.
When have I ever gotten sick?
And you're like, yeah, I got like a cough. Or yeah,
No.
You're like, you're always congested.
Wrong.
True.
No,
You sound like you have a deviated septum half the time.
that's not true.
You don't know if it was.
I use the word sick a lot.
Dude, that's sick.
Yeah. I said it on 11/13. Let's see what I looked like on 11/13 of last year.
What, are you taking selfies daily?
No, but it's usually something that I can count on. 11/13.
Really? You take selfies that much?
No. I just see like usually I could see if I went to class that day. Usually I take a picture a day of something.
Really?
Yeah, usually something's going on.
I guess you got a girlfriend that you send shit to.
Good for me. I went to class. Like, see, I know I went to class because I took a picture in lecture.
But like,
Yeah.
low key, if I get sick again, I'm just chilling. I'm just gonna chill in the dorm. I'm fine. I'd be like a golden god in here.
A what?
A golden god.
Golden God?
Correct.
Remind me what a golden God is?
I don't really have much of an idea. It's just a reference to a TV show you haven't seen.
What TV show?
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Yeah. But like, Who gaff?
Honestly,
I get sick.
I gaff.
I'm big chilling.
But does it ever feel good to be sick? Actually, you know at one time what feels good? Maybe you have experienced this, maybe you haven't. And there's two ways that this can go. You wake up. Most dreadful feeling in the world is when you wake up and it's hard to swallow. Like you know a sore throat is coming.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? You ever felt that feeling? You wake up, you swallow, and you go, ooh.
Yeah. I thought you were saying first swallow.
No. You
it's
wake
always
up,
after
you
the
wake up,
first
you swallow, and you go,
yeah. And
that
like,
one took a little long.
Come on.
Hitting that with the hottest liquid possible.
Mm-hmm.
Like usually I do a chai tea or a tomato soup. And you just go, oh. That's a good feeling.
Yeah?
Yeah. Hot chai. Sounds like the right move right now. Is there a 24-hour coffee shop?
Well, I mean, 7-Eleven has coffee.
7-Eleven has beans and water. Correct, it does.
Yeah. El Jefe's might have some.
Did you just ask me to go into a Mexican restaurant and go, wait, can I get a grande chai latte? Si puede.
I said they might have coffee.
They definitely do not have coffee. They might have horchata.
I don't know what that is.
Horchata's like a spiced milk.
They might.
The dessert.
They could have coffee.
Theoretically. 24-hour coffee shops.
Why are you getting coffee?
I'm not. I'm just curious now.
There might not be. I don't know. That was very good.
That was a good tone.
Me when I'm a fire alarm that needs new batteries. Yeah. Dude, we had a professor of mine was out like a week or two ago. And so he gave us like his old recording of a lesson from like fucking COVID era. Motherfucker needed to replace those damn batteries, the whole 30-minute recording.
Yeah,
it was driving me nuts. It was like, bro, replace the battery.
Yeah. There's a Cafe Nero that closes at 9, but that's not even what I mean, man.
And also 9 is not too long from now.
You know what I like about cities?
What's that, Bobby?
They can just be racist.
Speak on that.
Chinatown!
Was that all you had for that bit?
Little Italy.
Mm-hmm.
Irish Quarter.
I wouldn't qualify that as being racist.
How is it not?
It's just a description.
Let's keep all of them here.
Okay, you're the one saying to self-isolate.
No, that's what they did.
No, it's not.
Yeah, dog.
They don't say, hello, Chinese person. You must relocate to the Chinatown exit. It's just that's where there happens to be a cultural hub of it. Type shit. And so, like, that's just how it gets named culturally.
Yeah. The Leather District.
What?
There's a place in Boston called the Leather District.
There is?
Yeah.
Were you telling me to watch The Equalizer previously?
Yeah. I love The Equalizer.
I watched the first one.
Do you not like it?
Bro, it's so mid.
Why? Is the first one with the stripper?
The
Prostitute?
sex worker. Yeah. Yeah. It's weak.
No.
Yes.
Denzel Washington whooping ass? When is that ever a bad movie?
Bro, it's weak. Pull your mic closer. It's weak.
Why? Wait, I'm upset now.
You're upset now.
The second one, he's a Lyft driver and whoops ass.
Okay. First of all, who gives a fuck that he works at a hardware store?
Nobody.
So then why'd they constantly incorporate it into the plot?
Because that was the plot.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
What do you mean?
The whole plot revolved. The whole final battle scene is in the hardware.
I know that. I understand.
Listen. Maybe the way to approach
I went in wanting to like it. I went in thinking this will be a dumb, fun action movie.
That's what it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah. What are you going to tell me? It's a love story?
It's not fun.
How is it not fun?
It's because it's not.
What's not fun about it?
Dude, it's so dreary. And it's like they try to go for some emotional message about fresh starts.
Sprinklers go off. He takes a fucking pneumatic nail gun and shoots people with it.
He shoots one guy with it.
He throws a hammer at a dude.
No, okay. But look,
he Home Alone styles the entire Home Goods instead of Home Depot. Okay,
here's my thing. They built him up to be this smart, they keep it vague, but he's like this smart fucking ex-CIA or some shit guy who knows how to like kill people and whatever. And he was like all in that lifestyle. And then he left that lifestyle for his wife who got cancer and died or something. And so
John Wick.
Yeah, it's pretty much John Wick.
But who came first?
This, I think.
I think so too. So maybe Equalizer, maybe John Wick is the Equalizer.
But I think John Wick ran where Equalizer took baby steps. No, they came out the same year. John Wick 2014, I'm pretty sure.
Well, to be fair, they both approach it in different ways. John Wick builds a world where each of the Equalizers is a different day. You get what I'm saying? John Wick lives in an underworld. That underworld has rules that builds the Equalizer just takes place in Boston.
Yes, it does. But I think whether they want to acknowledge it or not, it's like you build up. Okay, you build up. They have the core character is Denzel Washington. That's the center character.
Yes.
They don't give him the most emotional depth they give him is with the sex worker.
Yep.
Who is in a total of like 3 scenes.
Well, let's think.
First scene.
In the
diner.
Waffle House.
Okay, there's one scene in the diner. Then there's where it's normal and everything's normal, and then she goes out and gets in a car afterwards.
Yeah.
Then second scene in the diner where she is troubled, and then they have deep conversation about reading and his wife and whatever. Then third scene, they go for a walk, and then at the end of the walk, she gets picked up by her pimp.
Yes.
And then I guess fourth scene after everything, where she's like, "I'm going to Denver. You got me a one-way ticket to Denver. Thank you. By the way, let's never talk about the fact that my other friend sex worker
dies,
gets strangled, and no one shows any."
That scene was fucking crazy.
That scene was like, oh my, I watched it.
That actor is really good at being a fucking maniacal guy.
Yeah, it was like, holy shit, gendered violence, goddamn. Yeah. But it was like, after she gets strangled, no one gives a shit.
Because that's the point.
What do you mean that's
Nobody gives a shit because they're prostitutes.
Denzel Washington doesn't give a shit.
He doesn't know.
Yes, he does.
How does he know?
When the bad guy goes to Denzel Washington's house to like, I don't know what he does. He's just like, he goes as just himself, the bad guy. And he like, goes
he pretends to be a police officer.
He pretends to be a police officer. Please pull the microphone closer.
Right.
But just move the stand. I don't understand.
No. I like this.
Okay. He pretends to be a police officer, and then when he's there, he's like asking about, I don't remember. I don't know what prompted him to be there, but he's like, "Do you know this girl?" And he holds up a photo of the dead sex worker, very visibly having like her neck having been like choked, very visible, whatever. And Denzel Washington's like, "Nope," or something. And then the guy's like, "Yeah, like friend of hers, whatever." Anyway, she died falling off a ladder. And Denzel Washington's like, And that's it.
Well, he doesn't know her.
He did know her.
When did he know her?
He had an extended conversation with her about Tina, or whatever her name was, after Tina was
find her at the hospital.
Yes, when he found Tina beat up at the hospital, he had this extended conversation with other girl.
Well, I would argue he did care because he hunted the fuck out of that Russian dude.
No, but the only reason he ever expressed wanting to hunt the fuck out of the Russian dude was because like he wanted to get Tina safe. That's the only expressed desire.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So it's like so the only real emotional connection is between Denzel Washington and Tina.
False.
Yes.
Manny.
Who?
The fat guy.
The security guard. That is another emotional connection, but it is
Bazinga!
so much weaker.
Nah.
Yes. Manny gets shot through the leg in the final battle, and he's still like fucking quipping jokes like it's a damn Marvel movie. He's right behind me, isn't he? Type shit. He gets fucking graphically, gruesomely, like a bullet fucking goes right through his thigh or his knee or something. Or his calf, one of those.
I think that's probably what would happen to you.
No, it's not.
The shock that you would be in.
Yeah, what you need to do in that moment, and they do this slightly, is you need to do Denzel Washington being like, hey, focus. Like lock in and like giving like somewhere between beginner and intermediate level instructions to be like, hey, this is what I need you to do. And they kind of did that, but then he's still like fucking quippy and whatever. What they need to do is they need to put that character in fully shock, not fucking making quick jokes shock, full shock. Then you need to show Denzel Washington taking the effort to care over him.
Right.
Which they don't really fully do, except for when he sends the guy to be a distraction for the villain. And so the villain is then walking down at him. Manny, or whatever his name is injured fucking, in the office of the or the hardware store.
Right.
And like right through the window past it is where the other guy is. And so he's injured sitting against the wall out of bullets, like being like, fuck, I'm going to die, waiting for the guy who's slowly walking to come up and shoot him. And what you need to do there is you need to do some strong moment of Denzel Washington saving him. But instead what they do is it's just Denzel Washington be like, nail gun.
Yeah, but that's sick.
And then he kills him with the nail gun.
That's dumb fun.
It's dumb fun, but
that's what you asked for when you got into the movie.
My critique is that it doesn't know whether it wants to be dumb fun or a serious movie. And it tries to do
fair.
Right in the middle. And it is so much worse for it. Because it tries to do this messaging about like starting over, starting anew, it's your own life. You can change, you can be the person you want to be, make the world you want to live in, all this kind of shit. And so like, that's why he's like helping the sex worker to get out of here, to get out of sex work and all this and stuff.
Does this one have the dude hiding in the closet? The guy that's painting his mural?
No.
What movie is that?
And so it's also why he's like helping the security guard, because he's like, that's what he wants to do. He wants to do that, whatever. He's helping out the mom of the security guard and like getting free from like the corrupt cops and all this shit. He like low-key really fucks over David Harbour. They don't really finish that plot line at all. It's like presumed David Harbour is killed, but you never really get a conclusion to it, even though he's like one of the main like side characters. But like they try to go for that, but then it's also like the idea is implicitly that like Denzel Washington, similar to John Wick, he was this cold-blooded killer previously, right, and then he gave that up for the wife. But it's like in this, like he never really expresses any hesitation whatsoever about going back to being a cold-blooded killer. He does it to rescue the sex worker,
right?
Which is like could be very well used for that, but they don't make it clear that it's like a thing for revenge at first. It's only much later when like Denzel Washington is like, you know what? I gave this world up for my wife, but I think I'll make an exception for you. And he's talking to the bad guy.
Yeah.
And so it's like, that's supposed to be like this emotional thing of like falling back into your old patterns and stuff. But they don't do that. And also, if you're trying to go for a message of be the change you want to be, then those two messages are kind of antithetical to each other. Of like, you're always bound to like slip back into your old patterns and stuff. Because like, that's kind of what John Wick is. It's like,
John Wick is all about going back to what you know.
Yeah, it's like, even though it's dumb, fun action movie, it's about like always like falling back into your old maladaptive behaviors. And it's like, this includes that, but pretends it isn't that. And so it doesn't really make sense. And I'll also say that, look, what makes the whole famous thing of John Wick killed 3 people in a bar with a pencil,
The Baba Yaga.
what makes that cool is because we know how expertised John Wick is with guns. Because we see him do that nonstop.
Yeah.
And so it's like the idea that even while limited with only a pencil, he can kill 3 people makes it cool. Denzel Washington, on the other hand, is in multiple situations where he's surrounded entirely by guys with machine guns, submachine guns, whatever. And he's like casually picking up fucking knickknacks and throwing it at them. And it's not even like he's doing it and he's like such a badass in the way he's doing it. And like, oh my God, he doesn't even need to care. He's like still getting shot and injured. So it's like, why don't you just take one of their fucking guns? So it's like there is...
But it's all about timing.
That's one thing I didn't get.
Neither did I.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of the point.
Really?
Is you never know why he knows the exact amount of time for everything.
That seems like an odd thing to include if you're not going to explain it.
But I think that's...
You're just not talking.
That's almost the point.
I think if you're going to do that, then they need to dial it back so much. There's also multiple... It feels very much a product of its time. Of its like... It feels like the last gasp of like 2000s movies.
It's a 2000s movie.
It's a 2000s movie despite coming out in 2014.
Yeah.
And it's like, because they have all
it's
the
like
moments.
An 09 vintage.
Yeah. There's all the moments where like Denzel Washington goes into like fucking ocular pat down mode where he's like fucking also an It's Always Sunny reference, but he's like scanning this person, looking all around like, okay, he's like breathing this loud. He has his glasses. Look at the edge of his glasses and his watch and like the this and the that. And he's slowly, and it's like, it feels so much like, at least to me, like very Matrix inspired.
Kind of, yeah.
Of like, you know, seeing through the mainframe and like, or like the Sherlock Holmes, like, you know, where it's like all the shit spinning around him as he's like seeing the equations and whatnot.
It is like Sherlock Holmes. It's like Sherlock Holmes with Denzel Washington.
Yeah. And so like, it's not, but that feels so odd. It's like, it's like that. The goal to do that is to make him cool. And like, he's kind of cool, but he's just kind of like a weird vigilante in a way. Because it's also like, oh, also, if you're trying to do the thing of like, you know, like falling back into old patterns versus like being the change you want to see, he like casually is just like stopping corrupt cops halfway through.
Yeah.
And it's
but
like,
that's because they fuck with Manny.
It's true. It is because of that. But it's just like this casual thing of like, oh, yeah, I'm going to just like threaten these cops. Just like, oh, I find out that the Manny's mom is being extorted. Okay, snap. I'm going to deal with these fucking corrupt ass cops.
Because he's the equalizer.
Yeah, I get that. But I'm saying that if you're trying to do something.
Equals in the name, man.
If you're trying to do something
he's
about
never been
not
racist,
falling into
sexist,
old patterns.
Bigoted in any way.
I, you know, maybe I'm the friend that's too woke, but there's so many instances of him being like, you betrayed the badge. Like, how dare you? You're supposed to be this honorable policeman. And it's like, I don't know, the concept of like, it just feels like it's aged weirdly of like the concept of like a black man being so frustrated and surprised by a police officer breaking their...
Well, I think he is an extremely... Although maybe you could test his morals and say that he's like full of shit.
Mm-hmm.
But he holds himself to an extremely high moral standard. kind of in the same way.
Possibly, but they don't really.
That guy from No Country for Old Men is totally.
Oh, Javier Bardem,
where he's totally like
that's the actor,
wacky in the fact that he has this really strong moral code and he emphasizes it and uses it to do despicable things.
If you do that though, then you need to make that more clear, which they don't.
Yeah.
Because they don't do it as if he's like doing this as some like hand of justice, like I am delivering what's needed to be done.
Do. It's kind of in the name of the movie.
It's in the name of the movie, but he never fucking says it.
Yeah.
If I were to watch that movie and then be asked what is the name of the movie, I would be like, I don't know.
Black guy.
Yeah, like Robert. That's his name.
McCall.
Pull the mic closer for the love of fucking God.
McCall.
Thank you.
McCall.
Yeah, pretty much.
Better McCall Saul.
Like there is no There's no like, if he is, because it's like, okay, there's like three different themes really. It's trying to equal things out,
right?
Slipping into your past and being the change you want to be. And it's like,
it's a trilemma.
Yeah. You can like do two of those maybe at the same time, but all three don't work. Let me pull up my freaking Letterboxd review of
You
this.
wrote a letter by dude.
Let me pull up my freaking
You just lost all credibility with me. What do you think it's, before you look it up, what do you think its Rotten Tomatoes score is?
I think it was like a 60 something. I looked it up before watching it, but I don't remember. It was like
61.
61? You just know that off rip?
Yeah.
Yeah.
77 audience score.
Let me see. I don't think there's anything I haven't.
Letterboxd is for strictly weird assholes.
Yeah, we only see Robert and Tina in the first act. So we spend the rest of the film watching this emotionless man go through and shoot up all these different people in complete ambivalence.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is.
He's trying to find her, man.
He's got to find. No, he knows where she is.
Where is she?
The hospital.
Oh, yeah. He's trying to get revenge, man.
But it's like, because also what you need to do is like, is it a revenge quest? Is it whatever? Like, you can also do the thing of like this is what John Wick did, of the moment where the villain realizes that like they fucked up and so they're functionally pleading for their life.
Yeah.
You know, like you could do something of like the villains being like, okay, you could fucking have the girl. You like whatever, or we'll like leave Boston alone, or kind of, or you know, something like that.
Yeah.
And like out of pure desperation, because they too realize that he's a badass. But the most you get is when like at the very end, he's like shows up in Russia because he did.
With the guy in the shower.
With the guy with the shower, and he's like, "Come out, I have your gun." And then the guy's like, "How much money do you want?" And he's like, and then he disappeared. And he's also fucking with the light switch the whole time. And so you see him manually go over and flick it on, go back, flick it off in like a completely auraless way. He does it like 20 times.
Yeah, but the pictures of when he leaves that place and all the bodies that you see.
Yeah, that's good. But like he then goes, and then the guy thinks like whatever, and then he gets electrocuted or something. I don't remember quite how it happened. But like, the guy was just like, how much do you want?
Yeah.
He like still held on. It's like you didn't even then truly get a defeat.
Yeah.
It's like, it just like, it kind of blends in with like all the other one-man army fights a whole crime syndicate genre, which is like John Wick, Nobody, Novocaine, probably some other ones that I'm forgetting.
Yeah.
And like, you know, it just is like not noticeable.
I don't know, but you're hurting my feelings because I like this movie.
Okay. Then I'll stop.
Can you explain to me your not drunk text?
That was everything I said was
I didn't read
the
it.
truth. You didn't read it.
Explain the whole scenario again.
Okay, so this is one of the like meet people app things.
A Harvard professor was on a Meet People app?
Correct.
Fuck kind of lame professor is that, dog? You
Michael.
get paid $200,000 a year?
She like recently moved here from
Oh, she's a visiting
Vancouver.
professor, so she just does not get paid $200,000 a year.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wait, explain everything.
Well, it was first app meet a bunch of people in a bar, or not a bar, in a restaurant, have dinner, and it's all like people 20s. Then afterwards go to a bar, because like as the app, it's supposed to be like, okay, now all the groups that met each other at all the different bars, because I guess there's multiple groups, because I think they're like kind of sorted by age. Now all of them come to the same bar. So we go to the same bar, and then she's in one of the other groups.
And what did she say?
What do you mean, what is she? Well,
What did you talk about? What did she teach?
She teaches like psychology in international politics.
At the law school?
No, at the school. She teaches politics
At
Harvard.
Kennedy School?
I don't know, at Harvard.
There's a lot of schools at Harvard.
I don't know.
What's her name?
I don't know her last name, but I know her first name.
How are these things going? You didn't have a drink at the bar?
No.
Aren't you? Are you older than me?
I am older than you.
Aren't you 21?
Nope.
No, that's in February.
Correct.
So I guess you couldn't have a drink at the bar.
I couldn't have a drink at the bar.
No.
And I definitely wouldn't have tried. And so they're fine. They're like interesting in the moment. But I think throughout the whole time, I've been realizing like, I am not going to actually make any friends through this.
Why?
At least from the kinds of people so far. It's like, I don't know. Like, there's no one that I'm truly like really fucking with.
Okay.
And I mean, it's certainly possible that I could, but it's like so far it's just like meeting people and it's just like, okay, this is kind of interesting. And like, I am socializing and then, like, it is interesting to meet all these people. Like one of the guys at the dinner, the last one I was at, it was like a pilot. And so,
whoa.
Yeah. Another one was like this programmer at AWS who was really a crackhead, not in the literal sense, but in like his vibe sense.
Really? What do you mean by that?
He talked about all of his experiences going abroad. He said how he has no vices except for that 1 month a year. He just purges it and goes crazy with it in Europe. He talked about how there was one time where he was about to get on a plane. He was in a different country, about to get on a plane to come back home. And then he like called up his friend who was begging him to go to a different country to continue the trip. And he was like, dude, just tell me one more time. And the friend's like, all right, like, come on. And then he just went on it. He said how every day for breakfast, he works for AWS. He said for every day for breakfast, he blends up 6 raw eggs, protein powder, and like a multivitamin. And he has that as breakfast. He works out daily. So much so that he declined going to the bar with everyone so that he could go to the gym. Yeah, he was a character.
That's a great story though.
Yeah, he also went on a rant at one point, not in an incel way, but saying how like it's impossible to meet women these days.
Why?
Well, he was like, he was essentially saying there's no good way to like, there's no good place to meet women or whatever.
Can't hit on them at work. You kind of still can't hit on them at school.
Yeah, but these are people aren't not in school. I was by far the youngest.
Really?
Yeah. Everyone, at least for this one. For the other one I did, it was like, well, I've done 3. 2 of these like dinners and then one like other kind of meet people thing. The other dinner I did, I was like tied for youngest. It was like all people in like the last years of college or like just graduated.
Okay.
This was all people in like mid late 20s.
Oh.
This past one. And yeah, and so like, you know, it's like interesting meeting all these characters and shit. But it's like, I don't know. It doesn't feel like, you know, it's very short term. And in some ways that's interesting because it's like low stakes. It's like, whatever. I'm just meeting all these random fuckers. But what, are you trying to see how much time I have?
Somebody just called me. Sorry. I'm rejecting said call.
But it's like, I went to, Saturday. Well, when I was at the bar, with the people on, what was it, Friday night, I was talking with some of the people there, and some people were like, one girl was saying how like she was planning on going to the Fluff Festival. Do you know about the Fluff Festival?
Sorry, what?
The Fluff Festival.
Explain.
This is apparently a pretty big thing. I heard about this last year and missed out on it, so I was like, actually wanted to go this year. So do you know marshmallow fluff? Like the product of marshmallow fluff? You're not locked in. Like you can buy like melted marshmallows.
It's like $2.
Yeah, for like
anything that's $2 that's food these days, I get weary of.
Yeah, it's like,
because real food is more than $2.
It's like, you know how Nutella's like melted chocolate? It's like the same vibe as Nutella, but melted marshmallow.
Okay.
So this was apparently...
Oh, it's a spread.
Yes.
It's a spread. Okay.
It's like Nutella.
Okay.
This was apparently invented in Somerville.
No. So there's a big festival for it?
So there's a big yearly festival for it. And it was like big. They like closed down a street. It was like probably twice the size of the Hales Farmers Market. I have photos. It was like packed. And so like, anyway, at the bar, one of the girls says that she's thinking of going to it. And I'm like, shit.
People are dressed up as Fluff.
Yeah, dude, it was crazy. I'll say that one thing I didn't like as much is it felt more like celebrating the brand of Fluff.
Wait, you went?
Yeah, I went. I went because I heard about it last year or something, or the freshman year, and I missed out on it. And I was like, oh, that sounds like it would be fun to go to. But so some of the people from the bar were like planned going to it. And so I went with two people. This is actually a funny, well, the end is funny. I went with this one white girl and then this like Indian girl.
Right.
The Indian girl recently moved here from India, like probably less than a month ago.
Okay.
She knows English, but of course it has a very strong accent. And
right.
She's also very soft spoken.
Okay.
But so we meet up at the tea station that's close by, walk over, go through the festival. Festival is packed, like truly packed. I'll show you a photo of the crowd real quick.
Wait, I want to see.
It's like, when I say it was like twice the length of the Hales Farmers Market, I'm serious. It's like, it was long.
I was just looking on Instagram. Oh my God.
And also that tent, that like white tent in the very center that you think is the end is only like the halfway point.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
GBH is here. I've been listening. We'll talk about that later. Remind me to talk about GBH.
Okay.
20 years of sticky sweet Somerville.
Yes.
Oh my God, there's bands playing.
No, there's not. Or there was like a band, maybe.
Wrong.
What does that say?
There's a full set list.
But yeah, they had like, we went through it and it was packed. I mean, packed. God. Like the whole street was full.
It's 4 blocks long.
More than that.
On this map, it's 4 blocks long.
It felt long. It felt long.
Wow.
And so we went through it and like, it was a fine experience.
Okay.
But anyway, essentially at the end of it, I realized like, okay, this was a fun experience. Like, I don't really fuck with either of these people. Like, truthfully.
But fucking Arthur is here.
Arthur was there, but he also had a long line. So it was unfortunate.
Couldn't catch a flick?
Couldn't catch a flick. But yeah, and so like, dude, I got a print from there that now that I'm thinking.
Why is there a rat?
Oh, he was just on the street.
Why do you have a picture of it?
Because it was cute.
Ugh.
I got a print while I was there of some art that definitely right now, as we speak, is getting crumpled up in this giant pile of shit on my bed now that I think about it. But whatever.
Print of art?
Yeah.
Should rescue it.
Oh, here. It's on there.
Okay, good. A market basket?
Yeah. I thought it was a nice art piece.
This is nice.
But then we walked by.
Is it AI?
Hope not. We
Why
walked.
are the letters scribbled
What do you mean? Why?
on the signs?
That's just how it's artistically done. What are you talking about? What signs?
Is this JI?
But then we walked by that market basket.
I just looked at that photo.
And so I took a photo of myself holding the art in front of the market
I
basket.
was wondering what you were holding. Wow.
But anyway, so we go through that. But yeah, so at the end I realized like, okay, this was fun. But
Using
like
people?
but like my social battery is exhausted. Because like I think truthfully what I realized is that for a while, like I don't know, like you remember back in like 9th grade, my social battery would get very exhausted very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But I think what I didn't realize but ended up doing is that I just stopped hanging around people that I didn't fuck with. And so then it's like, well, my social battery never runs out anymore. It's like, well, of course, I'm hanging out with people who I like.
Right.
And so then hanging out with people who I don't really like, it's like that I realized like, okay, this is draining. But so anyway, we get to the end of it and whatever. It was a fine experience. But so we're about to get on the T. This is in the like East Somerville station or something.
Right.
And so we're about to get on, and then like the white girl decides that she's going to try to bike back to her apartment. Whatever.
White girl shit.
White girl shit. So it's just me and the Indian girl. And so the thing is that, remember, soft-spoken, strong accent. So I have the hardest fucking time understanding her because like she's just like quiet and like I can't, like I'm trying, but so often I feel like I can't understand her. And so we get on the T and it's like we're going, and this is a green line. So we're going back to the Boylston area.
Ugh.
And there's like trying to be small talk. But again, I can't hear 75% of what she says because we're on the T and it is noisy and she's quiet and she has an accent. And also she's just bad at making small talk, I'll say. Yeah. And like, and to be fair, I'm not putting in any energy to this because I'm like, I just want to be sitting here quietly and listening to music on my phone. But so I ask her like, what station are you going to get off at? And she's like, one further down. I can say this. You have to visualize the green line in your head. Okay. She's getting off at Heinz Convention Center.
Okay.
So that is
3 stops away from here.
Yes. But there are 4 green lines because obviously it's so easy. That is the one that you can go to before 3 of the green lines.
Yeah.
But if you're going down E,
it peels.
It peels before then.
Yeah.
So we are on an E train.
Oh, it's going to peel?
So it will peel. But low key, I'm like, that ain't my fucking problem. So I keep it to myself. But then she's like, what stop are you getting at? I'm like, Government Center.
Attaboy.
Which is 2 or 3 stops before here.
It's 2.
Because I'm like, I can't handle this fucking interaction anymore. Because it's so nothing and it's driving me nuts.
Right.
And it's like, it's so uncomfortable. I don't think she was as uncomfortable as I was if I had to guess.
Right.
But I was so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And so like, at a certain point, I'm like kind of thinking to myself, like, yeah, you're going to have to go down the wrong line and get your fucking train swapped and it's going to be a pain. And that's what you get. And I'm like, do you really deserve a punishment for being cringe?
Yeah.
No. And so I end up being like, oh, I think you need to like change lines, beforehand. And she's like, no, it should be fine. I'm like, all right, I tried.
All bets are off.
But so then it gets to Government Station or whatever the fuck it's called. And I'm like, all right. And I get off and I'm like, wait, but I want to get to my stop. And like these trains, it might take a few minutes before the next one. So I go to the second cart and get back on.
Oh my God. Oh my God. You think she saw you?
No, I intentionally. Okay. So I got, luckily, it's like around a bit of a curve.
Yeah, government center is like.
Yeah. So she was also facing towards the front. So like I got off and then like it's a bit of a curve. And so I make sure to go into like the far exit. So like it should be out of eyesight. But then when I get off at the Boylston station, I realize, wait, if I get off and then walk to the exit, she will, I'll be walking parallel to where she is looking. So there's like pillars in there. So I got out and stood behind a pillar until the train left.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
I just couldn't handle that interaction anymore. I was like, I need to get the fuck out of this.
I'm thinking about writing a book.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what this book is going to be about?
What's that?
Mastering the art of befriending the dad.
Yeah.
I think that's probably my number one quality in life. And that's probably the thing that's gotten me the furthest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very good at interacting with older men.
Yeah. Sorry.
In the least cougar-like way possible.
Okay, sure. Continue.
Yeah. So do you know Gemma?
Yeah.
Gemma's dad invited me, Gemma, Lana, Covey to a rock concert. We went to this rock concert. The guy that did Bad to the Bone. Bad to the Bone.
Is that guy's rock concert?
Yeah.
Okay.
I realized I just mixed an Elvis Presley song with Bad to the Bone.
I'm bad to the bone. Da-na-na-na-na.
No, that's Elvis Presley.
Yeah, no,
You're looking for trouble. Da-na-na-na-na. We came to the right place. Ba-da-na-na-na.
I think it might be the same riff.
No? Fuck me. I went and saw this show. This guy was like 75 years old, by the way.
Right. They have an AI hologram of him. I'm bad.
No, he was on stage and he was jumping around for a 7-year-old and he was pretty funny.
All right.
It was actually a great concert. Oh my God, it is the same lick.
Done it.
Same chords.
Yeah.
Anyways. So we went to that concert. But, so it was dad, friends, me, and then people.
Right.
By the way, I was the only person of color.
Okay.
Everybody is white. They're all wearing Harley Davidson merch.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's the reason there weren't Confederate flags is because we were in the North.
Right.
Whitest group of people I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone is over 75. Everyone is standing for the first song. Then people's knees got tired. And they just started sitting down. But we were jamming and dancing. But this guy next to me, I was sitting next to me. And so I just befriended him. And so I learned his whole life story. But basically, that's what I'm doing.
Not even Gemma's dad, just a random
No.
dad.
I did the same with Gemma's dad later at IHOP.
Okay.
But I had met Gemma's dad before. But this guy's one bourbon, one scotch, one beer.
Mm-hmm.
Is one of his songs. But there's Gemma's dad. Look at this. This is like the first song. After this, everybody's sitting down. Knees tired. Wife is on her phone. There was this one guy who would get up and stand for the songs that he liked. And then he would leave the theater, get a water cup, and come sit back down for the next song. Because he was just like exhausted after jamming. But it was awesome. I had a great time.
Dude, it's hard. Concerts are hard. Our concerts aren't for the freaking faint of heart.
Well, it was in an auditorium for a reason. That's what I was saying to Gemma. I was like, this is in an auditorium for a reason.
Fair enough.
Because he can't do stadiums after when your audience age is post 50.
Yeah.
And the surgeries have hit.
Yeah.
You got to do auditoriums.
They're too worried about busting their damn hips.
Exactly, bro. And just they're tired. I mean, look, the shirt doesn't fit the same,
Dude, I'll say that the concert I was at, there were times where I was like, damn, I wish I had a chair.
What concert?
I went to a concert in like February.
What was the concert again?
The Wallace.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It was my cherry popping
comedy
concert.
you want to see? Anybody you're itching to see?
Nobody I'm itching to see. There's like, I don't know, like all the comedians that I would want to see are coming at like probably like the day I leave.
Or they're like finals.
Yeah. And so
They all listen. Every heavy hitter comes either during finals or when I'm gone.
yeah. And so I was like, well, I can't fucking do anything about this.
Yeah.
Not that I know of. I think Stavros is coming. You know Stavros. He's coming like mid-December, but like in final season. So
They always pick the worst time to come.
I think John Mulaney's coming at a more convenient time, but,
Yeah, but
good
it's
fucking luck.
$800.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Isn't that nuts?
That's nuts.
Tyler Childers is going for $450. Fucking SeatGeek and Ticketmaster.
So
Let me
true.
just buy him at the fucking door. That's what why can't I buy him at the door?
I mean, you
No, you can't.
You theoretically,
Most of them you can't.
I bet you could if they didn't sell out.
I know, but you can't. Like at the Garden, you can't buy at the door. Because Ticketmaster owns the Garden.
That's the T and TD.
No, not even remotely close. But I'm glad that you tried.
You don't know. It could be.
It's so depressing.
Dude, this is the freaking world we live in.
It is.
Late stage capitalism type shit.
Type shit.
Type shit. Dude, I went for an assignment I had to do today. It was like read this fucking thing about satire or whatever, and then write a paragraph of your thoughts about it or whatever. And I just went on this whole ramble about like, yeah, I think just like, you know, satire is really related. Like, I don't get studying the history of satire because I feel like the popularity of satire these days is just a result of the, you know, increased
insanity that's happening.
Yeah, the increased absurdity and postmodern humor that we as a culture have adopted.
Liberal.
No, but it got to the point where I was just spewing buzzwords.
Ugh.
And I was like,
and it like a New York Times article.
Yeah.
Or a Washington Post.
And like I finished it and I was like low key like, did I make any fucking sense?
Statement.
Yeah, like I don't know if I used any of those words properly. Like I'm pretty sure I did. I'm pretty sure I was cooking.
Postmodern,
imperialist. What else did I say?
Ventriloquist.
Yeah, some shit like that. Let me see if I can find it real quick. And so like I put a sentence in afterwards. I was like, I don't know if that made sense. This is just supposed to be a response to a one paragraph assignment for college reading homework. And so I was like, that's good enough.
That's hilarious.
Let me see if I can find it real quick. Right before we end.
You have a Stanley Cup Champions hat?
Yeah.
Look at that. Hat's lit.
Hmm?
The Red Wings? Can we go to a hockey game?
I don't gaff.
Do you like hockey?
I don't gaff.
Have you ever been to a hockey game?
I haven't.
Let's go to a Bruins game, bro.
I probably have when I was younger.
What'd you say?
I probably have when I was younger, but bro, I can't pull it up. Oh, I can. What did I say? In my opinion, I feel like analyzing the kind of why now, why has satire gotten bigger now, feels a bit like a moot point. Contemporary humor has shifted across the board to be much more sarcastic, absurd, satiric, and postmodern in its themes. Something like peanut butter hits differently now than it likely would have 100 years ago. I also linked to an image of peanut butter. And that seems more connected to a wider societal shift in humor than simply picking apart how P and B are different letters. If I were to wager a guess, I would say that the cultural shift towards postmodern sarcastic humor has been a reaction to the rapidity of cultural globalization and the accessibility of information due to the advent of the internet, and likely America's imperialist position since the Cold War. Also probably the omnipresence of it due to the proliferation of smartphones and how it was during formative years for millennials and younger. Sarcasm and self-awareness feels like the reaction against that and is why it is very common among young people these days. It reminds me of how comedies and particularly musicals were popular in Hollywood during the era of the World Wars. Could you study the history of musicals to make some hypothesis of why it as an artistic medium was culturally relevant? Sure, I guess. And I guess you could also study the history of satire to hypothesize why it is relevant now. But during the World Wars, everyone was depressed as hell and like terrified of the world collapsing. So the popularity of musicals was a response to that. They were lighthearted and whimsical, just as how cynical critique of what is known and embrace of some embrace of some form of self-awareness is a response to finding ourselves in a world where we realize we only know so little and are just a tiny fraction of the gears that turn society. I don't know, maybe that doesn't make sense. I just typed some thoughts for a while, and at the end of the day, it's supposed to be a paragraph response to a college course homework reading. I also had like a paragraph before that was more relevant to the actual reading.
That's crazy.
You fucking with peanut butter? Peanut
butter is a crazy, like, citation. I know I can speak peanut. How did you phrase it? Whatever you phrased it was funny.
Something like peanut butter in quotes. It's differently now than it likely would have.
Differently is what sets it off.
But look at it. The fact that it's just in the middle of it with the blue hyperlink.
With the hyperlink is fucking hilarious.
It's just the image.
It's differently now than it likely would have. Like, I'm glad you tell me. Like, maybe it would have been.
I don't know, maybe. Maybe they were fucking with peanut butter back in the day.
Maybe 1925 roaring 20s are like, peanut butter.
Peanut butter kind of gas.
That's fucking hilarious. That's funny.
Yeah.
Peanut butter. And on that note,
we'll call it
Putter Peanuts.
And on that note, we'll fucking end it. I'm gonna end the podcast.
Hey.